Hey, the Yankees threw a lot of money against the wall, and Max Fried took it. Yes, 8-year deal, $218 million. That is the largest contract ever handed out to a left-handed starting pitcher. Max Fried, who turns 31 in January, he got it after a career in Atlanta. This is what the left-hander said after his press conference in the Bronx.
A lot of people have worn these pinstripes, and there's a certain feel, and I'm excited about being able to put the pinstripes on in Yankee Stadium for the Yankees, and it's one of the most storied winning franchises in sports, and I want to be able to kind of do my part in adding to that. Winning's a big priority for me, and at the end of the day, every single year the Yankees come to spring training, the number one goal is to win a World Series. It's not to get to the playoffs. It's not to do anything besides hold up the trophy at the end of the year, and knowing that I was going to make a, potentially a long commitment, I wanted to be able to be in a place that I knew I was going to be able to win.
Max Fried was part of phase 2 after missing out on Juan Soto bringing him back. They decided to bring in Max Fried, a record contract, $1 million more than a contract David Price landed, which was historic. The 2025 rotation options looked pretty good, man. You slide Max Fried behind Garrett Cole, Carlos Rodon, and the Rookie of the Year, Luis Gil. Clark Schmidt is your number 5. Marcus Stroman is adding depth to the starting pitching ranks for the New York Yankees. Dan, is this the best starting rotation in the American League?
When you take a quick look at it, it just might be. I'm going to tell you this. Max Fried, in my opinion, when healthy, and he's had some injuries the last couple of years, but nothing that's like cause for alarm, like an elbow or a shoulder. He's one of the top 5 starting pitchers in the game of baseball. Smooth gas. He's a pitcher, not a thrower, and I think he's going to strive. I think he's going to have such a good run here with the New York Yankees. I like the way he pitches. He's not afraid to throw the ball into right-handers. Great fielding pitcher. He does so many things well. And the thing I like the most about him, if you're looking at, I know that's an 8-year, over $200 million commitment.
And he's going to be 31 in January.
I know, but he has a great pitcher's body. You look at his frame, he's a slender guy. He's very athletic. Smooth gas. He's not one of those guys. He's falling off towards third base when he throws. Big-time curveball. So he has the 2 things you really need in the game. You need velo and you need spin. Not afraid to throw the ball into righties and or lefties. I think that's the key. You might want to look in, but he'll run that seam. There's that 2-seamer that he threw inside right here to Bryce Harper. And on top of it, tremendous fielding pitcher. Go back to that 5th inning in Game 5 of the World Series. Remember that little tweener between first base, right? That it was a mix-up with Garrett Cole and Anthony Rizzo. He'll have that all cleaned up. I get it. You can take a knock and say, hey, look at 2023. Only 72 and 2/3 innings, 174 and a third. I know this. You're a big fan of a guy keeping the ball out of play, swing and miss. He gets that. Low contact rate. He does a lot of things. Ballpark will be good for him to pitch in. And what I like the most about there's been life for the Yankees outside of Juan Soto. They've gone out and they've improved this team. Fried is a huge addition. Devin Williams, huge addition to this team right now. They've made a couple of moves right now that signify that the Yankees, and I don't think they're done yet. Now, I don't know where they're going to go. It's going to be a corner. Is it going to be first? Is it going to be third base? Give credit to Brian Cashner. They had a taste of the World Series. It's been a while since they've been back there, but they're at it again. And I'm telling you right now, on paper, I'm going to say right now, yes, they'll probably have the best starting pitching in the AL.
Are they better than they were last year?
You go back to that series against the Guardians, Soto was so impactful. It's hard to say that. If you could tell me that Cody Bellinger is going to be somewhere between the guy in 2023 and the guy in 2024, I would say yes. I will say this. They're going to be more athletic. And if you dive into the 3 moves that they've made, they've upgraded defensively in center field. The bullpen, all of a sudden now you have Devin Williams, you have Luke Weaver to back into that bullpen. And you give some support to a guy like Garrett Cole. The couple of things to me that jumped out why the Yankees lost that World Series, they were beat on the peripherals, on the fringes. They were out-hustled. They were out-base run. They were out-defended. They were out-cutoffs and relays. All the little things that they didn't do well, Dave Robertson and the Dodgers took advantage of all of that. And now they bring in a good defender in Bellinger, whether that's center field, it's right field, or first base.
And we need to dive into that because it looks like his versatility is being used to bring the price of poker down for the free agent first baseman. Everyone thinks the glaring hole for the New York Yankees. Brian Holt with this. Aaron Boone said it's fake news that Cody Bellinger was told he will play center field. Left field, center field, and first base all still in play. Now, look, Aaron Boone was on our set at the winter meetings, and he said that he's had conversations with Aaron Judge, and Aaron Judge told him that his healthiest seasons are when he plays center field. That playing right field could be more problematic for a large human running into corners and those short walls that are in foul territory. Makes a lot of sense. Still, the wear and tear of center field is real, and Aaron Judge is your number one asset. He's your best player. Bellinger is a plus defender in center field. To me, this fake news is to bring the price of poker down. It's a leverage tactic because Christian Walker's agent's going, come on, you know you need us. Pete Alonso's like, are you sure? I mean, you lost Juan Soto. You need some thump to go along with Aaron Judge. Paul Goldschmidt's agent going, come on, you know you need us. Carlos Santana's agent going, come on, Yankees. Ben Rice, really? You're rolling with Ben Rice on opening day? What do you think? Is it fake news?
Yeah, the season of giving, right? I think if you're a Yankee fan and you wake up Christmas morning and you open up that big navy and white Christmas box, right? You open that box up and Christian Walker pops out of the box. You're like, whoa!
That's your Red Ryder BB gun.
There is a Santa. there is a Santa Claus. To me, he fits the Yankees like a glove.
And everybody knows it.
Yes.
But if Brian Cashman knows that everybody knows it, then the price of poker goes up.
You're probably right.
So it's saying, hey, we're going to spread Bellinger all over the place.
Great defender, puts the ball in play, hits for power, kind of a no-nonsense guy, blue-collar guy, doesn't have a lot of facial hair, so you don't have to worry about him shaving and carrying a shaving kit along with him. To me, this guy screams Yankee. Now, I'm not the one writing the checks, and I'm not the one making the deals, but to me, this is a Yankee fan.
He's the guy.
He's the guy.
Okay, well, take a look at the lineup, the projected lineup, without the guy in it, Christian Walker. Ben Rice at the bottom of your screen. He, lit it up when he broke in. He had finished with 7 home runs. He ended up getting ice cold. He hit under 200. He's entering age 26 season. DJ LeMahieu is getting up there in age, but is there a chance, Dan, that the New York Yankees on opening day will have young Ben Rice playing first base?
Yeah, there's a chance. And I think when you look at that lineup, there's one guy that sticks out to me. Like, can you get away with that? You say, okay, Rice is going to be our guy. If you had a crystal ball, if you're Brian Cashman, you're Aaron Boone, you could look in that crystal ball and say, okay, Dominguez is going to be the kind of player we think he is. Then you can carry a young guy at first base that, let's say, hits 15 home runs, knocks in 65 runs, hits 255, 260.
It's in the bottom of your lineup.
It's the bottom of your lineup. You can live with it. But if that doesn't happen, the easiest thing is, hey, let's go get somebody. This is the way I look at it, right? It's like with Pete Alonso and what's going on with Vientos, right? You think that Vientos profiles as a guy that's going to hit 30 home runs, but he's never hit 30. He's never started the season at first base, but all your expectations, all the graphs, all the charts, all your data says, hey, he's that kind of a guy. If Dominguez is what the Yankees thought he's going to be and what they think he's going to be, then you can live with him down at the bottom of the order playing first base.
And you have to feel very confident about Cody Bellinger putting up gaudy numbers. He's never had anyone close to as good as Aaron Judge hitting behind him in the lineup.
For some
that
reason,
does make an impact.
Greg, for some reason, I don't know why, I think he's going to be super productive for the Yankees. I really do. One of two things happens with the Yankees. The bright lights, everything's bigger, brighter, the stage is bigger, the fans, they travel. You either accept it and you thrive, or you shrivel up. And I don't think he's a shrivel up player. I think Cody Bellinger is going to have a big year. I really like that move by the Yankees.